Now, we only have one candidate for the office of Director of Representation, but in the interest of giving choice students an opportunity to meet that candidate, we're including her in the debate. Let's meet the candidate for SGA Director of Representation, Nicole J. John. Nicole, you have 1 minute to introduce yourself.
Hey Trojans, my name is Nicole J. John, and as Taylor said, I'm a sophomore marine biology major from Daphne, Alabama. Through the past 2 years, I've had the pleasure of serving the Freshman Forum of Troy University. The first year I was a delegate and historian, and this past year I was blessed to receive the opportunity to serve as the director of Freshman Forum. Seeing as I've served these past 2 years, I have loved SGA every minute of it, and I look forward to hopefully serving you this next year as well. Through the position of Director of Representation, I really hope to create an atmosphere of truth and trust and transparency, so that the students feel comfortable to come talk to me about any concerns they may have or questions they may have as well. And along with that, I want to work on better communication so that the candidates running for any elections or homecoming, anything of that sort, know exactly what they're coming into and can prepare for that properly. Thank you, Taylor.
Thank you, Nicole. I have a question for you. In observing past elections and this election, what are some ways you would improve the process for candidates?
Viewing this election process this year and in the past years, I would like to work on communication, as I said. I just want to give a direct and clear guideline up front before they even get into or are approved to run for the election, for homecoming, for any sort of election process. I want them to know what exactly they're required to have GPA-wise, if there are any requirements for them in general to be able to run for the position they're running for, and what all it consists of within their position, as well as their requirements and the guidelines for how they are allowed to run and represent themselves on Troy's campus. Thank you.
Thank you, Nicole. Now, your question drawn before we began our program is, what ideas or improvements do you plan to implement in the process of selecting the next homecoming court?
Thank you, Taylor. For the next homecoming court, I really want to give the student body the feeling that they have more of a say in it. I do believe that the requirements and the interview process is very important, so I do not want to completely get rid of that. That's not even an option. I don't want to diminish that percentage by a lot. I just want the students to feel as if they have more of a say in who they are asking and voting for to represent their student body. And like I said before, I really want the students to feel comfortable to ask me any questions or concerns they have about the process, and I want them to feel as if they can trust me, because I am going to go in unbiased, and I want them to know that everything is fair, and just feel free to come to me with any questions they have. Thank you.
Thank you, Nicole. Let's thank our candidate for SGA Director of Representation, Nicole J. John.